Okay, welcome everyone to another episode, formerly known as Unnecessary Roughness, formerly G'day Gridiron, currently TVC. I am Mitch Brown, joined with to my left with Gary Blue Ball Steele. To my right, we've got Aiden Switzerland Potts, and what was mine? Mitch Sam Presty Brown.
Sam Presty.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam Presty.
He's a
Something that happened yesterday.
He's a GM.
He's an NBA.
OKC?
He's a funded GM that just loves just trades. Just making, doesn't matter, second rounders, first rounders. He just sends out
Switzerland?
trades.
What are you? Blue balls.
Fuck me, I don't
He's
know.
blue balling someone from Switzerland.
No. So it was just trade.
Have
It was
I
random
not
trade?
Have I not had a root nor?
No. It was just trade related. So yesterday, we did a trade in our fantasy league.
Oh.
Potts is known for being a third
I
party.
fucking
neutral
got
party.
Nothing to do with the NBA.
Nah.
No, it's you had to think a bit hard about that one, Manila
Sorry,
boys.
Sorry.
And Gussie was just a little bit of tongue in cheek there because of getting my hopes up with trades, but that's all.
A
Well,
little close. Well, it's probably never going to go in on my end.
no, exactly. But
Close.
and Sam Press just because he fucking loves every pick known in the sun, so he just likes making
I
deals.
thought you thought that Pressy's name was Sam Prest.
Oh no,
Because it's Sam.
I have butchered his
it's
name.
Sam Press, and I was like, "Are you trying to say like?" Because you're versing him this weekend, this
I am.
this round,
I
and I
am.
thought you were trying to. It's like a fucking a power trip.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
2-1.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Well,
But
I could
no,
have said that actually.
could have
Now
said that, but you
Could've said
fucked
that.
up. You missed
Oh,
your
well, I haven't
opportunity.
fucked up fantasy so far. But then he's going
It's only
to
halfway
put,
through
he's going to
September.
put 50 on me probably with a fucking Devon A chain or something. But
No, can't. His team's bang.
anyways, we'll go straight into it. We'll go Thursday night game recap. So the the Jets absolutely whooped their quote unquote rivals, the Patriots. Was it 24-3?
Yep.
I believe. Rodgers had a vintage Rodgers performance, and why do I keep saying Patriots? Patriots just looked absolutely dog shit. So, any implications that you took away from that? Any takeaways in particular?
They got no quarterback, really. That's about it.
He threw Drake in there for slaughter.
Yeah, the Patriots aren't really doing it this year, are they?
No,
They
What's the go with Drake May? Is he not there?
Yeah, he's there.
Yeah,
he
played.
played like 4 minutes in the fourth quarter remaining.
Yeah.
Put up 2.3 fantasy points. The starting QB had 3 over the whole game.
put more than Ramondre. Ramondre had a dud.
He did have a
He had
dud.
24 yards and a fumble,
Fuck.
which considering he had the most rush attempts after 2 weeks, is pretty disappointing.
But I think as well he got injured. I mean, he come off.
He did.
Shaking his wrist or something.
He was he just says, no, I don't want to be embarrassed out here. Fuck that. So I thought they were going to get flogged more, to be honest, with the way that game went. But
Well, we're having, I don't know what it is, but every single Thursday night game, no matter what game it is, we're always getting a little bit, on the edge of our seats about like what we like to see, because it's the only game that's played and we've gone 3 days without seeing the game at all.
Yeah.
So
I get the biggest fix. Like I'm like,
I got a phone.
Evan
mate.
Ingram was
Yeah.
out, and I was like, right, Hunter Henry's on the waiver. You are coming with me. He put up 2.9, but
Yeah.
that's
Still got your fix.
that I got my fix, and that 2.9 points was the most that my starting tight ends for week 1 and 2 have given
Not
me.
bad
So
for a waiver wire.
it's all up from here, boys.
Meanwhile, your boy picked Sam Laporta 4th round, same production. So
Same as Travis Kelce in the bin.
But we because I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like to put on a punt here and there. We don't have the punt meister in the building today,
0-3.
Mr. 0-3. Yeah,
0-2, sorry.
No,
Wait,
he-
0-3 now.
yeah.
Thank
His last week one didn't land either.
Yeah.
But I was just going through like statistics, and Sportsbet throws all these like figures at you, like historically speaking, and literally the Pats have beaten the Jets 15 games to 1. Like the
Jets
last 16 games, they've won 15 of them.
Jets haven't beaten them since 2016.
Yeah,
That's fucked.
it's fucked up. So
Sam Darnold, that's what happens.
that's it. That's what happens. But yeah, it was a good game. It was good to see Aaron Rodgers just do that like first home game performance that we all wanted to see. Was it 268 yards?
Play action king.
Fucking,
Oh,
and
he
you can
loves
tell
the play action.
he loves fucking passing it. To
He's just
Garrett
so
Wilson.
old, isn't he? He's so
Yeah, and I don't know what it is, but his helmet just looks like
round.
it looks old school as fuck.
it's round
Is
as fuck.
that a design that you can opt for?
I'm not. I actually wondered this myself. I wonder if QBs can actually like. Surely they don't.
Oh, I
Has to be
understand
marketing and that
vision.
sort of stuff.
if they need more vision.
I can understand visors and that sort of stuff. But
Yeah. But
whether the player has
his
control of
his literally looked like a fucking
from the 80s.
like
yeah,
Robocop.
It looked like a bowling ball.
No, sorry, the opposite of Robocop.
So
Just like a
fucking-
bowling ball.
oh.
Yeah.
My two big takeaways from it was one. I didn't watch all the game, but I caught a fair bit of it. One is the Jets just want to run down your throat. Like that's probably why they didn't score so much because they took so much time off the clock. Like when you got Braylon Allen, fucking Bryce Hall, back to back, like there's just no break. And then you play action off that. And two, Aaron Rodgers, like I thought the first few snaps, and he just looked like an old, like even how Kirk Cousins looked the first week, just couldn't move, like didn't really want to run or anything.
Actually, no. Opening 2 minutes, he did a bit of a rush.
Well, he did.
He
got 5 yards of it.
He snuck 10 in, I'm pretty sure. He snuck in 10.
He picked up a bit of
But
speed.
like normally Rodgers, when you think vintage Rodgers, like off the pocket, sort of what Patrick Mahomes does and that sort of stuff now, like just slings it on the run. But then as the game went on, he just got more and more comfortable and hit Lazard and that, like he looked a lot more comfortable. So
two takeaways from it for me is the Jets they're going to be fucking pretty good this year, but a negative takeaway is fucking Wilson. I don't think he's as good as he's making out to be this year. I'm not saying it.
Yeah, it's fucking halfway through September. Like,
I'm not saying it.
But
3 healthy games with Rodgers back and like
Rodgers did say after the game that he's looking for him. They just need to be a bit more in sync. But I think when you get to those better quarterbacks, like they do spread the ball more.
Yeah, 100%. Like Lazard is fucking. He's been playing like wide receiver one.
Is Conklin
tight end?
He had a decent game.
Yeah. And then Mikey Williams
taking away 5-6 targets.
Should have picked Conklin up off the waivers, but it
yeah, I actually dropped him.
He might be tight end 1 this week with the way tight ends are playing.
But I reckon my takeaway of the defense was actually a lot better from the Jets this week too.
Yeah, they were meant to be a top 3 coming in the season.
They have turned it up. So
again, they play the Patriots, who are bottom dwellers coming into the year. They overperformed a couple of weeks, so that might be also it. But
yeah,
never know. Moving on, we're best off reviewing the Tuesday because we'll probably miss Monday catching it, but hopefully we can pump out some content with this one. So we got a double header, which is good if there was good games. the games are the Bills versus Jags, yay, and wait for it, Bengals v Commanders.
Fuck me.
Jesus Christ.
Great game if you love shit cornerbacks,
a few poo slingers.
I actually thought Bills were going to be bigger favourites. They're only 5-point favourites.
Yeah, right.
Heading into this, if you're a punter. I don't condone it, but if you want, I think that's a sneaky good bet. Fleg's not here to endorse it. And also a fun fact, Bills are 8-1 since they moved up their offensive coordinator, Joe Brady. And that was funny enough when Stephon Diggs started going to shit.
Oh, there we go.
So maybe running the ball and not turning it over is a recipe for wins. So Bills, obviously, is that what you guys are leaning towards?
Yeah.
Yeah, close though.
So
I've got the same thing that you've got. I thought about it. The Bills are going to stack on points. They're going to throw it, and then they're just going to play the clock down. They're going to run. They're going to not reach their 4th downs. They're going to punt, and I reckon the Jags are going to step in, build some points up, and it's going to be like a 3-point game. Come down to like the last. I'm going to say the last drive.
You got faith in him?
Yeah.
No Evan Ingram, you know that.
Yeah, that Thompson Jr. man, I've fucking rated him big time.
He has been the lone bright spot so far.
I think Gabe Davis is going to go for 20.
This is a Gabe Davis game. It's a revenge game, by the way. He was at Bills last year. Remember?
Bills last year. He's got a lot to prove.
This is a revenge game. We got.
Is it played at Bills or is it at Jacksonville?
I want to say at Jags.
Yeah, right.
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm an owner of Christian Kirk and Brian Thompson Jr.
Ouch.
But I think they're going to get smacked. I don't think Trevor Lawrence hasn't won a game since Thanksgiving last
lost
year.
The last 7.
That's true. Yeah.
So, and I don't think the Bills are the team they're going to beat to break that record. And also, I think the Bills are just settling into that new style of play that they're running. It's good to see Josh Allen actually, like, other than week 1, just not just hurling it like halfway down the field, crossing his fingers.
I fucking wish he was, and I wish he was hitting Kellen
It's
Coleman.
great for fantasy. It's great for fantasy, but
Josh Allen it is.
But yeah, for the sake of winning the game, I think
Last week it wasn't.
No.
I'm not saying they're as good as them, but it gives me similar vibes to the old Patriots in this Kansas City. They've got a great quarterback that they're not going to sling it out every game, and they just want to rely on their easy way to win.
Yeah, I do think though
there's no one gun receiver.
Yeah, Brian Thompson Jr. is that typical boom or bust player. Like I either start him or I start Amari Cooper, which we'll fucking talk about later.
Yeah, but funny enough, I also had another stat for Trevor Lawrence. Guess his completion percentage. I think the league average is like 65%.
40.
He's not quite that bad. He's not Anthony Richardson there, but he's 50%.
57. No.
50%. So every second ball he's going to miss. That's not good.
That's good. I'm going to start the Bills defense this weekend.
If you haven't, fucking start him up.
I got Bills and 49ers. I'll start the Bills.
Poor old Travis Etienne's just going to get...
The difference we're seeing as well with Josh Allen is he is making those more 15, 20-yard passes through the game. And and that's where we're seeing like blokes like Shakir open up now. Mate,
Shoehorn Shakir.
You are the biggest biased fucking person
I love him. I reckon the reason why he's going as well as he is because he's just seeing more options through the middle of the field.
He's fucking shit.
Oh, no,
Shakir's shit.
Nah, I reckon
is he worse than Coleman?
Coleman's got potential.
Shut up.
Shakir's a bucket.
He's proved nothing.
Neither Shakir.
High score last week with wide receivers.
Can't put up like 6 points. It's not hard to be
They're
the highest
both dog
point
shit,
scorer.
all right? Let's just accept that. I think actually just fantasy implication, then we'll move on to the next game. I think this is a big red flag game for Kincaid. If he still puts up... He got injured last week, and when he came back in, it was game over, so I can sort of hold that to him. But if you're Flegger and he has another like 1-2 point game against the Jags, like that's...
I think that's potential to look at.
Look
at the waiver.
With a wide open like receiver room at Bills where anyone could really take hold of it.
Dawson Knox too.
Flag.
Kincaid been there the most out of the
And
receiving room and like still not producing is a big fucking question there.
Yeah. Especially when he had so much momentum at the end of last year. This actually is an interesting game because even though Bengals are 8-point favourites, which is pretty huge.
Where's it at?
I want to say again in Commanders. Normally it's the second team, but I think it's due for a high point game. But Bengals defenses look pretty good. Obviously Washington are dog shit defensively. But Jaden Daniels, he's been promising. We reckon it's going to be a blowout or Commanders going to surprise.
Well, Gary had Commanders as his favourite to win the division.
Commanders surprise, eh? I had Bengals winning their division, and they've just been pretty disappointing so far. I think this is either the game, like this has to be the game where Jamar Chase picks his shit up, or it's just like.
And also you got T. Higgins back.
What are you doing?
T. Higgins is back.
And
T's gonna take a lot of shares.
I'm pretty sure I saw a stat. Love stats. Bengals have gone like 0-2 like last 3 seasons in a row, and that's including right up until when they actually made the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs.
4 or 5 seasons they've been 0-2.
Yeah,
since Joe Burrow's been there.
That's so fucked.
It's weird.
It is fucked, but it does show a bit of promise if you're a Burrow and Jamar Chase truther. So I just think Commanders' poor defense.
I think
is
it's
dog
Bengals.
shit. Like Giants even scored a few touchdowns on them last week. That's how porous they are.
And they got Austin too.
They do have Austin. They have good running backs. There's Brian Robinson and Austin.
Brian Robinson's fucking good.
Austin's doing all right this year.
Both the offense, even though they didn't score last week against Giants,
Good.
like they get in the red zone. They just need to finish, which Austin Eckler was never good at last year and
Thompson.
this year. So
Is it Brian Thompson?
Brian
Jr.?
Thomas Jr.
I rate him, eh?
Brian Robinson.
Junior.
I think it's Robinson.
Robinson Jr. I rate
Thomas
him.
is but yeah, otherwise fucking they could have done a bit better with the Tuesday night games to be honest. But like last week with the friggin' Bears and Texans, even coming into the season, who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
Yeah.
Like far out. Anyways, around the league, bit of news. I just put this in because I'm a secret Chargers fan, I guess, this year.
Fucking oath.
Justin Herbert, high ankle sprain. This is worse than I thought. But he's still been listed as questionable. He's believed to play. I will give Justin, he's an underrated tough man. Like he played with was it broken hand or finger last year?
Yeah.
On his throwing hand, I think it was.
I had him as my QB. Bastard.
That's a tough defense to play against when you're hobbling as well. But they must be confident.
That's such a good defensive clash this week, eh?
Oh,
Having the Saints and fucking the Chargers. Chargers got good defense this year. Chargers got
100%.
really good defense this year.
Hubbles brought the fucking running and defense to him.
That game is going to be such a heavy run game. The RBs are going to get some work. I can't see much slinging getting done.
Well,
I really can't.
We're doing a bold predictions this week, and I was going to mention something there, or will, but it's Chargers and Steelers related. Both teams have, I think they put up 26 against Panthers, but that's the Panthers. Anyone can fucking put up.
Sir Per.
He's hanging off the rafters this week, Sir Per. But I think this is alarming. Like, if they haven't got Justin Herbert, like, they're 2-0.
Who's the backup QB there?
They've got Stick. Easton's he's like the Thompson of backups. He's not the best. In saying that, I guess Chargers can just run with Dobbins and Gus Edwards every day. So it works out for the Steelers. They got a running back at quarterback. So
We've got Jalen Warren and TJ
and Najee
Najee Harris.
And
Justin Fields.
Najee's the
quarterback.
dog, man.
But the bigger news is Bryce Young. He was benched this week.
Fucking poor bloke.
We'll get into whether it was harsh or fair. These are the facts. He's 2-16 as a starter, and the trade that they got him for last year involved with the Bears. So I was actually surprised by this. So for one pick, for the first overall pick, the Bears received a 9th overall pick last year, a second rounder, this year's first pick, which was Caleb Williams, next year's second round draft pick, and the biggest addition, Jerry Rice 2.0, Mr. DJ Moore. Obviously, it looks terrible. Panthers end.
That is so much. So much.
I think Daniel Wright's turned into a decent offensive line. I honestly don't know anything about Tyreek Stevens. He's a quarterback. But basically a swap for Caleb Williams. And then all that additional, that's a huge haul for a bloke you're benching straight up. So
I feel for him, eh? At Bama, he was a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Freak at Bama. I just feel like what they surround him with as well, doesn't help.
Yeah.
They're a fucking terrible team, man.
Yeah.
Who was that? Is it the secondary in the defensive side? Brian. They traded
Thompson
him.
Jr.
Brian. They traded him to New York this year. He was one of their best players, and fucking they got rid of him. They're just giving him no help, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind him.
Yeah, there's big talk now of seeing it with Brady, famously. Even Patrick, he sat for a year. Here's a more recent one. Basically, QBs that they sit, they're best off sitting for a year.
Jordan Love.
That's
Done it with
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers. That's the one I was thinking of. Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers. So I know they're success stories, but for a tough position like QB to throw him into, everyone knew the Panthers are going to be shit again.
Penix Jr.'s doing it now with Kirk.
That's it. Penix, yeah, that's another one.
They took him at 9.
And
Drakey May.
Drake May, there you go. You got 2 games to sit on the bench.
I think Drake May's going to start coming up.
Oh, they're going to have to.
I think they're going to have to because that's what they put up against the Jets was fucking atrocious.
But
Terrible.
again, you knew what was going to happen. I'm not saying he's definitely shit, but I don't see why there was any reason why not to just put Andy Dalton in there for say 7-8 games, just for him to learn a little bit, and not be thrown out to the deep end. So, what surprised me though is that they're not even looking at trading him or anything like that yet. Which
I seen a wild trade. Obviously, it's just a mock one and they whack it up. But there was something like Bryce goes to Miami to fill the void for Tua. But then Matt Stafford gets traded to the Commanders. To the Panthers. And then there was some wild other ones in there, and I was like, fuck, I know it's a mock, but that could actually work.
Yeah, the only one
that could have been good.
The only one that didn't is I don't know why the fuck Reigns would give up Stafford. That's what I didn't really get with that.
Yeah. Obviously mock draft, and it was just like a fucking
Yeah.
stab in the dark, but it could probably work.
Oh,
So
I reckon, if you have someone like Miami, you don't probably have to give up a 3rd, 4th round for him at the moment.
Stafford would do the Gronk, and he'd announce his retirement, and then he'd go straight, he'd get picked up, pick back up.
Oh, I got here. I've got Chuba Hubbard as my running back. Fuck that.
Get Jonathan Brooks there already.
I feel for him, but it's funny. It's funny how it works out though. Literally a year after, exact same spot. We're probably going to be looking, if Caleb keeps it up, probably going to be looking at. It's very early on, but Caleb hasn't lit the world on fire for 2 games, so.
You seen the thing I was talking to you the other day about when CJ Stroud come up to him after the game and was like trying to be nice to him in the sense of it's all good, man. You got picked number 1 for a reason. Just keep doing what you're doing and show him out. And he's just like,
he just had eyes for the tunnel.
just like, And then it comes out later on. He goes, "Why do I care what he thinks?" And it's just like, fuck me. Give him some respect. He put up the highest passing yards last year for a QB in rookie season. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's stubborn Caleb Williams.
He's a fuckwit.
Oh,
I dropped him.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't know if I want him on my team.
Fuck, the Bears had so much
Actually, wait, no. I failed because you picked up Derek Carr. I was trying to pick him up for Derek Carr.
Yeah, I
Riding the car.
swapped him out for Tua.
Yeah, he's leading the MVP race at the
that's
moment.
2 weeks. Come on now. Fuck me dead. Marvin Harrison was a bust come last week, so
Yeah, true.
Had so many people, like other mates of mine that were in leagues that were like considering trading Marv.
Really?
And he was on the chopping block, and I was like, nah, just fucking hold out because something will happen of him, and sure thing.
That's like the Saints is a good story, to be honest. Like that's so good to see because Derek Carr's like been always on the fringe of like, is he good, is he bad, and he's like last year was pretty awful with the Saints. Well, actually no, his stat he's actually decent, but it was just a lot of checkdowns. It was just like a lot of like I think he averaged like 6-7 yards throw, which is pretty dog shit. But you can only work with what you got. Now they got a new offensive coordinator, and Stars looking bright. They killed Flager's Cowboys and Panthers.
They're a worry this year. Those Cowboys.
They have started pretty ordinary. You see that Jerry Jones, Jamie Foxx live stream? No. I think I sent it through in the chat.
It wasn't.
He goes deep into scouting, Jerry.
It said link. It says the link was unavailable on my end.
They probably deleted it. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like that Shannon Sharp video went live.
Yeah, it's similar.
Really?
Similar.
Blowing up?
So what happens is Jamie Foxx, for whatever reason, I don't know, the actor is there in Cowboys camp, and he's got Jerry Jones on like an awkward thing like this. You can just see Jerry, and he's talking, hyping a play up. Yeah, he's fast, he's big, 8.5-inch dick. He even went as far as say the half. He didn't say 8 or 9. He said half. He got the measurement out.
It's like you have a tape measure out.
Oh,
fucking hell.
That's fucking hilarious. But okay, so moving on, we're going to fancy corner. I'll just list this bowl prediction. So we're pretty. I think are we boys familiar with bowl predictions? NFL.com do it very often.
No.
So basically, fantasy. So we got our games tomorrow and Tuesday on our own Australian time. I just want, whether it's 90% of the time it's going to be not come out true, but something that you boys are thinking that's going to happen that is wouldn't be favoured to happen. So for example, before Herbert's injury, I had Chargers would embarrass the Steelers winning by 14+. But I'm going to take that back because Herbert's injured, but still I think they'll win. But I'll start us off. We'll give you boys a bit of time to think. I think Sam Laporta is going to put up 20+ points this week, and that might be copium.
Who they got?
They've got
Tampa. No, they versed Tampa last week.
They've got 6.5 point favourites against.
They got Denver. Oh wait, no, sorry.
No,
I was looking at the wrong Williams.
Tampa has.
They played Tampa last week. Lions.
I'm on.
Is it Green Bay or Dallas?
Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Arizona. Yeah, I think it's going to be a sneakily high-scoring game. J-Mo can fuck off and give some targets back to Laporta. And after they've had a pretty ordinary couple of weeks, they're going to realise, no, let's go back to Laporta potty. You know what? Let's give him some... I saw a stat, quickly, to get my frustrations out with Laporta. So got through 55 times last week. They lost. Guess how many targets Laporta got out of those 55? Very close, 3.
And you hate that,
I watched that game.
Are you a Detroit fan?
Oh, everyone's a Detroit fan.
Yeah, everyone loves
They're
Detroit.
good story.
The fact that
they're like the least hated team in the NFL.
At the moment.
How many years ago was it when they didn't win one game?
I believe they're one of the few teams that haven't been to a Super Bowl.
They didn't win a game. Not one game, man.
Yeah.
My bold prediction of the week.
Yep.
I have got, this is big coming from a 49ers fan, but I have the Rams beating them.
Oh, straight upset.
Yeah, I got an upset, and I've got I think there's a lot of injuries coming out of 49ers, don't get me wrong. Like there's CMC, there's Debo, there's Kittle. Like that's offensive, yeah. Defensively, still a full side. But the Rams as well, no Puka, no Cup. They're relying on 3 wide receiver. They got the wide receiver 3, 4, and 5 taken over as the main wide receivers. I've got an upset happening.
Yeah.
I've got an upset happening.
It'll be a little danger game,
And I got Kyron. I've got Kyron in my team, and I reckon I've got him going for 16, 17.
Surely you'd be a bold prediction expert here, I reckon. You'd
love
throwing some stuff out there.
There's 3 games this week that could go either way, but
even fantasy thing, whatever you got off the top of your head.
Well, I'll just punch these out. I think Tennessee could upset Green Bay. I think
they're favourites, I think.
No, they're not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they're 21% picked on.
No, don't look at that. Look at the fucking.
No, Lee, look at the sports bet odds. They'd
Anyway,
be pretty close to being even, Nelly.
It is. I'm pretty sure it's an even game. Try
Really?
again.
Okay.
What did you say? Try again.
Try again.
I've got Chicago to beat Colts. Just because,
Chicago, I think.
just because their defense, I think Anthony Richardson's gonna have a fucking tough time. Like if he's not running it, he's getting smashed. If he's strong, it's
Bears
getting
defense
caught.
are fucking legit, I think.
And then,
You reckon a bit?
Tennessee are favourite. They're
and then
4-point favourites.
I think the Saints beat Philly as well.
Everyone wrote
They're
me off
favourites
when
as well. You just picked 3 favourites, mate.
Well, sorry, mate. I got
That's
the
his bold.
percentage
That's his
picks.
bold prediction.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
I'm
multi,
coming.
okay.
I'm coming second in the pigskin league, and fucking.
Yeah, well, that's why, because you don't make bold predictions.
Don't you? Do you guys sit there and find it funny, like when someone says something that's like so left field, and it's like.
Well, the thing is,
Shut up! I'm talking. When someone says something so left field, and everyone's like, "Oh, look at this dickhead," and now look what's happening.
Look, I'll be
I
honest.
said the Saints are going to win their division. What's happening?
I can't make any bold predictions. Whenever I make a bold prediction, I just get shot down.
That's true.
So I've used all my bold predictions in the last 2
I rate
weeks.
your bold predictions.
Anyway,
Derrick Henry.
I think Chris Olave.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He gets out there this week.
Let's
You
say
reckon?
20 points plus for Chris
Who are they
Olave.
versing? So they're versing
Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, no,
Is it
I reckon.
Darius Slay?
I reckon he finally
Lattimore.
he finally gets way
Lattimore's
more involved.
Is it Darius Slay that's the cornerback there?
Lattimore, I think. Marcus Lattimore.
Doesn't matter. They're fucking shit.
No, Saints have a decent.
But yeah, Chris Olave. I think he's due. Chris Olave and fucking Amari Cooper. Please can't just catch a ball.
Do you reckon Derek Carr's feasting this weekend against Philly?
I think
He's
so.
going to put up points.
I think so.
I picked Eagles, but I'm strongly considering changing that. I really don't know how that game. That's going to be a great, what do you call it, litmus test for the Saints?
Why didn't last week? Did you guys watch the Philly game?
Yeah.
Why didn't they just keep running with Saquon into
Why did they throw the pass in?
I don't-
Well, to be fair, though,
No.
Saquon did drop a fucking sitter.
Yeah, why didn't they run that?
No, but they got into the red
Oh,
zone
yeah, it
and then they
was-
just
yeah,
stopped
yeah, I
running
know
it,
what you
and I
mean.
was just like, "Cunt, what are you still doing?"
And then Kirk.
He makes like 10 yards a carry.
Kirk Cousins just pulling back vintage.
Mooney.
That scoring drive, man.
God.
Mooney.
I could hear
Doing some
Seb.
DJ Moore shit
Yeah,
right there.
fuck, that was a DJ Moore. He'd be proud there.
That
Tear in
was
his
so
eye.
loose, man, that drive.
Speaking of, actually, you know what? I'll add one more. I'll add a little multi for my bowl predictions. May as well be completely wrong or right. I'll go Laporta and Jamar both finish top 5 of their position this week.
Jamar Chase,
Yeah, both of them.
he needs to turn it the fuck around.
He probably will, to be honest. It's against Washington.
Anyways, so the next segment, we got the concernometer.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we all aware of like the bushfire. You know, you go out west or wherever you go, you see the little danger level for for fire danger.
We know, yeah.
Okay, I'm just like this is called segueing. Okay, same fucking thing except NFL players and fantasy. Okay, so we got the first 2 tight ends picked: Sam Laporta and Travis Kelce. How concerned are we?
I'll be concerned about Travis.
Same.
Yeah, fuck
Big
yeah.
time.
But they also are missing who's the Pacheco? He's gone now.
You gone?
And for some reason, the Chiefs now have 4 running backs. So I don't know. Like he could turn
You
around
picked
this
up
week.
Carson on the waiver. You got no intentions of starting him?
No, I did it as like a hostage effect to Kel. Just like how this cunt tried to get Mason before me, but he didn't.
I didn't try. I said I wasn't.
No, but you wish you did.
No, that's hindsight.
It's after the fact.
Exactly.
It's after the
I didn't
fact.
do it. That's the difference.
I could sit there and say I wish I drafted someone over Tyreek Hill, but
You know what? I doubled down that now because you're rubbing it in. So
you wish
I
really
did.
wish
I
you
really wish now. 'Cause This proved my point out of spite. Yeah, I agree. If we had like the volume knob, I'd go 7 for Kelce. Actually, I think fucking 9. I don't think he's going to return a
True.
3rd round pick value.
Not like 2022 season.
3rd rounder, you could have got Mikey. Oh, well, maybe not quite Mikey. Depends on what you draft. But Mikey Evans, James
Kel
Cook.
picked him up, so
I think
Kel
stretched
Kel
him in the
was
4th.
4th drop. So
Well, I basically got him up. He took him, then I got Laporta
so
next.
4th, 14th, 24th pick.
I'm still a lot more confident in Laporta than
I kind of
Kelsey.
wish I stuck with, like, while we're just on tight ends. I was so hot on him coming out of fucking college, man. And I spoke to you so many times about him. It was Brocky Bowers. And when it come to drafting, I just let it go. I just fucking...
And
said,
fucking
see you later.
the AI picked him up.
Like, oh, man, he's fucking good.
I was knocking myself for that, but then I saw because I was, again, everyone says that they'll iron him off, but I already had Laporta. Like I wasn't going to waste any.
You took
draft
you took
capital
Laporta early.
I
He
would
went-
say
he
about a
went like
5
in-
though for Laporta. To be honest,
I think he went in the 9th round.
I think with JMO coming into his own, I think like Lions already had enough nous to feed last year fantasy wise. You add in another receiver to take away Laporta. It's getting a bit. You probably won't be returning me on my 4th rounder, but still, I think he can still be a top 5, top 3 tight end. So
I'll probably put Laporta at 7.
7. What are you more concerned
I'm
about?
probably 5.
I'm more concerned about Kelsey
Yeah.
in that 100%.
35 years old, going to be 36, I think.
That's what's not stacking up for him either.
Mm.
And I think Worthy and Rasheed Rice have just proved themselves already that they can catch
I think Rice especially,
big time.
like taking those middle routes and
And
underneath.
I think that's where JMO, like last year, he didn't get much of a chance last year, but
he was banged up a lot as well.
yeah, I feel as though that it just took that one game for him to cement, like, okay, he actually has a spot in this side and he can run those routes. He can be open.
Yeah.
I think Goff's just starting to see it now too. So that's why I've got Laporta a little bit higher than the rest of yours.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's all.
Jamar Chase, we spoke about him. I think I'd put probably more about 4. They've always been notorious slow starters, but in saying that, it's not a good look for him personally because
Oh, God, no.
amount of shit talking to you now. He basically conceded. See that the other day, like, no, I'm going to be here for 2 years anyway, so I've got no leverage.
But is that straight from the horse's mouth, or
No,
is
I'm
that
pretty.
like?
That was. He said I'm not lying.
There's a lot of that AI shit getting around.
That's true. We need
know
a
what I
fact
mean?
check.
Like a fact check on that. I don't know. I think he's turned it around. I still got him as like potentially even finishing the top 3 of wide receivers.
I was going to say, do you think he can still return first round?
Sorry, top 3 is a bit of a stretch. I'd say top 5 in receiver category, and I can still say I'd pick him up in the first round.
Okay, so you still think he'll return his first round value?
Yeah.
What about you, Bugs?
I think my concern meter is probably about 4.
Yep.
It was probably about 7 up until right now.
This is the big week against the Commanders, man.
No, that's
This
what I
is-
mean. Like he's got a pretty easy run,
If we do this
And-
segment next week,
and I think
Crank that up.
and I think he's lost his he's past his grounded effect. You know, when like you're a naughty kid and you get fucking sent to the naughty
Back
corner.
to earth.
yeah,
I think
humbled a
been
bit.
humbled.
You think?
I think he's
Had his
enlightened.
humble pie.
He's out of the valley of despair, and he's going to turn it around. And I think he's just going to absolutely shit all over Washington.
I think this is like remember when he dropped that random 40-point, 50-point game last year?
Yeah.
I reckon this is like
This
chance
is
for
it.
that.
I think everyone's still forgetting like what he can do.
Oh.
His rookie game against the Chiefs at Arrowhead, he scored 3 touchdowns. He put up like 290 yards or something like.
290.
It was something wild, man.
In saying that, also they versed
Chiefs.
Don't hold me.
Patriots. That's a shit game for him, but that was coming straight off his holdout and all that drama. Then he versed the Chiefs, who were notorious for like shutting down the number 1 guy. So, like, yeah, you can use that as an excuse as well.
I think that's how every defense like would solely play now. Like you got one top cornerback, you're going straight for that wide receiver. It doesn't matter what side of the field you're marking up against. I think they're going for it. I think that's how they play it. And I think it's just that underrated how good the cornerback position actually is for a team. Hey,
I reckon that's the hardest position.
it'd be
Not that we
so
played a single
hard,
snap
man.
professional football, but that would be the hardest position.
Yeah, because the wide receiver's already got he's already got that leverage on you. He's
That's
dictating
They're
where you're
dictating,
going.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Cornerbacks all reactionary based on what they do.
And you think about they're starting on the back foot. The wide receiver or tight end or whoever is starting on the front foot and picking that route.
Yeah, for sure.
Next up, more relevant to me, Brandon Ayuk. So this is what I was saying, where he's had a dog shit year fantasy-wise start. 6 catches for only 71 yards over 2 weeks. Where's that volume knob? The worry meter.
I'm putting it down at like a 2. Yep.
Fuck.
I'm not concerned with him at all.
I'm more concerned for him than Chase.
Me too.
And that's for a bloke who just traded
I
for him.
would say 6.
Really?
I'd
yeah.
go 5.
Yeah.
Well, are we basing this over the whole season?
Basically, return on his value and whole season.
I think that the only reason of the performance issue that's happening now was that big holdout of the contract. He put in reps, what we think he put in reps by himself. He didn't have that team morale. He wasn't training with the team. He wasn't doing scrimmages. So I think it's going to take him a couple games. Like he's had those couple games, And I think this week now, like he's got a lot. He's similar to Chase, I would say. Chase versus Washington, 49ers versus Rams. Rams down a lot.
He
of
does have an
players.
easier run.
His
With
the
no
wide
more-
receiver room is
Exactly.
a lot open this week. He's going to be clear wide receiver 1 with the injuries in Kittle and Debo. But, man, I reckon he's good. And that's from a non-49ers like standpoint. I think he's going to be fucking great
I've
still.
got another bold prediction. I reckon Jordan Mason outscores him this week.
You reckon? I can see
Yeah, I can see that.
Ayuk putting up a consistent 25.
A consistent
Mate, fuck off.
For at least,
I don't think you realise how much that
at
is.
least the next 2 or
Gus
3
is
games.
the biggest Brendan Ayuk cock rider, eh?
I love Ayuk, man. He's
That would
so
be like better than CD's finished last year, I think.
good. Not for the rest of the year. I'm only talking until
Oh,
that void
okay,
of Kittle
got
and
ya,
Debo.
okay.
I said two or 3 games.
So we're looking at
Thing is, he's going
10
to
catches,
get
100
the ball
yards,
thrown
touchdown.
to him, right, to receive those 25 points. I reckon he's catching half of them, which probably make him like a 13, 12-point player.
Can't wait next
Okay,
week.
I'm in between. I reckon.
Oh, he's getting 25 this week.
I reckon he's due for a big game this week. So he should though, because he's been like that's a bad look for him to come. Like, understand the contract holdout, do whatever you will there, but like
Should have
fucking-
added Brendan
you should be
Ayuk.
like there's looks of him just being dropping balls like nowhere near switched on what he was last year, like out of shape. Like, that's just a fucking bad look.
Why'd you
Like,
pick him up then?
because I bought him low. So we'll discuss that. Well, we'll discuss that now. Fuck Murray Cooper and Jalen Waddle. We won't talk about them. So I still think it's not as so I had a trade in my league. It was for Devontae and Ayuk.
Mind you, this is the first trade that's happened.
But yeah, we're not very
Everybody
trusting.
Is so stubborn.
I'm the only one that has traded both years at the moment. So it was Brandon Ayuk, Kyler Murray for Devontae Evans. I think it speaks more volumes on I don't have high hopes for the Raiders, more so than I don't believe in Ayuk. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
He had one really good game.
he had a good drive. You know, and I love Devontae, but the games I've seen is just so clogged and like dirty the way the Raiders play. Like, and Ayuk, like, I'm just saying this is more short term when I say concern. But say if he has a 8-point game this week, I'm cranking that up. There's no excuse for him not to perform this week. You know what I mean?
agree. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But Kyler Murray, who I project him as to be a top 5 quarterback, so
Yeah. I can Kyler Murray because
that was a sweetener.
the original. Yeah, the original deal was straight
Straight
swap.
up, which I was never going to do that.
No. But because I think with Kyler there, you now have that stack, and you see these people talk about stacks all the time in fantasy, how valuable they can be, and knowing the fucking coverage.
And the
that,
Cards are going to be a great offense, I feel like.
100%.
Like-
Yeah, and their defense isn't too bad as well. Like
Not
they-
as much as what Hill
They
thought.
got
Hey?
a lot of shit for it this year, but last week they showed out.
Yeah, and their runs get easier too. Like their games get easier in regards to difficulty throughout the season. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully,
I definitely think I'm taking more on the I wouldn't take the trade if I didn't like it.
You've dabbled in the dark.
But I still think it's more on the risk side for me personally. Like, even Devontae, if the Raiders are shit offense, he's still going to get his 8-9 targets a week. You know what I mean? I just thought I'd buy Ayuk low and hopefully he sort of gets up to speed again, which I have faith, but I'm still concerned.
who is your starting quarterback at the moment? Daniels.
So now it was Jaden Daniels, which is why I don't think it's completely one-sided, because
Jaden's a gun.
like Jaden's still going to be top 10 fantasy call. He looks like it anyway.
Easy.
So
think he'll
it's
get
still an upgrade. I'd still rather Kyler than him, but
So
it
you're
wasn't
gonna
like
start Kyler?
I had no quarter. Oh, 100%. 100%.
I think Jaden, like if we were to go back and change our futures based off these two, I think I would go Jaden Daniels being rookie of the year.
But in saying that,
I think I would.
like, they
I-
versus the
I-
Giants defense didn't put up a single touchdown last week. That offense may just be not good enough for him to produce touchdowns for fantasy
He's
as
a
well.
run first guy.
Well, he'll get his
as well.
rushing yards, whatever, but he's also prone like to have an Anthony Richardson game that we had last week.
And as well with Washington, it's quite disappointing that they're not exceeding where they would like. Because I would love to see Scary Terry get involved more.
Yeah, he doesn't look
Daniels,
like.
he doesn't look
That's
like
what I mean.
himself,
They got
man.
Zach Ertz as their second
I think
target.
you can always assume
Like,
that
fuck.
whenever you have a rookie quarterback. I think the only person that's ever done it is CJ Stroud. That's it. Like, I was actually going to draft Terry like quite high, but after these first 2 weeks, I just don't see.
Oh, like supporting a
Yeah.
wide receiver. Yeah,
I
100%.
like supporting a wide receiver one. Like you look
Yeah,
at,
100%.
like you probably could say the same for DJ Moore.
Yeah, like
I think you just picked him up for the antics.
this year.
Yeah.
Well, it's still working out purely because he's the only one there.
He's
like,
projected 16 points this week, man.
like he gets targets, and
With Keenan out,
the way I see it, honestly, if he's still producing that flex, like I still think I got good value. Was it 5th round, 4th round for DJ Moore?
I think it was a bit later because you had Laporta in 4, didn't you?
Maybe I took him 3rd. No, it wouldn't have been 3rd.
Nah,
it wouldn't have
you
reached
didn't-
that
you
much.
didn't
That would have
stretch
been a
that
Nah, it would have been
as
straight.
I think
I'd
he
say
was
for a
around the
5th round.
6th
No, I got
later.
Zamir 6th. I think I got DJ 5th. Just double check
Yeah,
that
have
if
a
you
look
want.
now.
But like, I consider this, even though Keenan is going to come back, who will hog some targets. Like, if this is his worst, the Bears are going to look, then that's still a good floor for DJ for a flex option.
Who's the backup QB for the Bears? Is there even
I don't know
anyone
this
there?
year.
43rd. It was 4th.
Fuck.
No, 5th.
No, that'll be 5th round.
5th.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm very happy with that. Well, considering how banged up everyone is at the moment, to get 10, 12 points consistently out of flex, I still...
I think 10,
With a
10
better
or 12
ceiling.
points out of flex is great.
Yeah, so...
I really do.
Yeah, like he had 10 targets last week.
We'll go, actually, last one for this, panic or wait. We'll go just to, because it's Potts' man. Amari Cooper, how panicked are you? How worried are you?
Pretty disappointed him. Like, where did I pick him up?
Oh, 7th? 6th round?
Yeah, like,
ESPN, he was going like 6.
he's still rostered in 89% of leagues, so not everyone has had
Giving up on him.
Given up on him, yeah. 61st, so 7th round. So like, I don't know. I feel like this week it's probably an easier run with the Giants. So hopefully I get to wake up in the morning to 20-something points. But I'm purely just going off like when Gussie had him last year. He was so good for Gussie last year, and like probably half the games that he had.
It's great out of the flex option for me.
Yeah,
last year.
yeah. So I'm just waiting for that result to come up. I'm not really too panicking. I'm probably with the media probably going to give him maybe like probably a 5. And then honestly, like this is probably his last chance. Like they're versing the fucking Giants.
Yeah.
And if
He can't perform against the Giants.
if he can't, and also if Deshaun can't throw against the Giants,
Yeah,
then
that's it.
I'm probably going to be starting Brian Thomas.
One of the two this week out of that Brown side is going to favour. It's either going to be Amari Cooper or
Yeah,
it's going to be Joe Judy.
Jared Judy. Yeah,
It's one of
Or
the
they're
two.
just going to run down the throat.
yeah. So yeah, we'll see. What about you, mate?
I've got a little bit high, even though I thought I'd be higher on Amari than a lot of people. I thought you were going to put like 7 or 8.
Was in a worry?
Yeah. But I'll go with 6. And I'd be a lot more worried because when he played with Deshaun, anytime he's played with Deshaun, he's been pretty ordinary fantasy-wise. I think when Joe Flacco really...
Joe Flacco
That's
last
true.
came
What
in.
what round did Flacco come in? Like 10 last year?
No, I think it was a bit earlier. I think. Oh
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't even. He was on waivers because he only got brought in like week fucking 9 or whatever it was.
Yeah, right.
But anyways, I think Watson just there's a connection's just not there.
That's my concern with it. It's
But
the QB.
the thing that stops it from being 8 or 9 is he's had like 9 targets, 10 targets in the last 2 games, which is he just hasn't caught them. So
Yeah.
it's good that he's actually looked at.
Yeah. He's got 9 targets and
Yeah.
he's caught 2 of them.
Exactly. Like
Fuck me.
so target share's a big thing in fantasy, I feel like.
Huge, man.
So
The target shares, you catch him, that's a point.
yeah, that's
You could go for 0. You could go for flat 0 yards, just break the line of scrimmage, and it's a point.
now you're thinking of reception.
Oh, sorry, receptions.
Yeah.
Sorry,
No,
mate.
yeah.
Sorry.
So he had 2 catches for 9 targets, which is
And
still
then
dog
The
shit.
next game was 3-8.
But I just look at it because it shows that he's still involved in the offense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, what about you, Gussie? You worried about him if you had him?
Yep.
Yeah. Would you consider like dropping him?
Wouldn't get not.
Sorry,
complete-
would you start him in the flex?
Yet again, that's all subject to who I had on my side.
Yeah.
Like I've also got Tyler Lockett there now too.
I think he's matchup dependent. At the
I think
moment.
Tyler Lockett is not what he was. I think that Schmiff, Najiba or
Nick
whatever,
Najiba.
has
they're both such similar
he's
players.
clearly
that's it.
cemented his
DK
wide receiver
and
2 there.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. They
Njigba
are
is-
huge players.
Njigba is solidified wide receiver 2 there now, I believe.
He's getting up there in age. Lockett would have to be like 31 now.
Yeah,
Lockett's now, I reckon, that fringe wide receiver 3, more role model, like veteran, shipping the rookies in the right direction. That's what I think.
Yeah, be J roll.
Yeah, a bit like what'd you say, OBJ?
OBJ, right?
Yeah, 100%. I 100%. So yeah, I'm a little bit with Amari Cooper. I'm a little bit more on the worried side for him.
100%.
But not because of what Amari Cooper can do himself. Still a great player.
I would like to see him getting traded.
It's the QB situation there. You put Amari Cooper, if that trade went through for Brendan Ayuk at the 49ers, I think Amari kills it.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Under
him
Brock
in,
Purdy,
say...
I think he kills it, man.
I don't know where trade targets would be. They was talking maybe even with Ayuk going to Steelers, maybe Cooper to Steelers, which still wouldn't be best for him in fantasy, but you know what I mean. Still, we'll quickly touch on this. So as you would have saw last week, Potts came last in the first inaugural rubdown. Which have you researched? Have you reevaluated some of your answers, or
Who won that?
you just want to forget about it?
No.
Who won?
A lot of my answers were like
Shit.
no,
Wrong.
no, like a lot of the ones were like unlucky
Fucking beg your pardon?
because say for example like the championship, how many times this player
Oh,
player or team?
that's a held dart.
Like that one, and then like the who had the best and worst record. Like I got 1 out of 2 right. I think anyone got that right at all. Like that question, you know what I mean? So like I feel like I was pretty hard done by for a lot of the fucking answers.
You reckon it was just chance, really, that just led
100%
down?
chance,
Okay.
Well, that's the thing with multiple choice. It is chance. You're stabbing the dark.
I will say Flegger got 2 for thinking outside the box with that you didn't get.
No, but
with
that's the
the
thing.
way
Though,
I think.
the way that you think.
But then next time, who knows whether I go the other way?
No,
So
but that's
it's a
just
little
like-
double.
that's what I
zig
mean.
and zag, you know.
So I feel like
you overthought it.
overthought it. Yeah.
No confidence. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Because you even said before, you were like, oh, I fucking hate this shit. Like,
Yeah.
you just weren't prepared. You weren't.
I was fucking
You weren't into
Bit
it.
gun shy,
Jet
bit
lagged as
stage
fuck.
fright. Just
Jet
be
lag
better.
as
head still in the pool at fucking Malta.
Excuses. That's
Must
all
be
we
nice, eh?
Regardless, we've got a couple of suggestions with punishments. We won't announce it. Well, we won't do it till the next rub down when we have all 4 of us here. But Gussie will be the quiz master for that one.
Indeed.
Very keen for that one, are you, Gussie?
I am. If we do it next week, I already contacted you last week for the ones you had, so I don't put questions
The
in
same
there.
questions, yep.
I've already started my list. I'm excited.
It's very fun to watch. Maybe it's different when I'm actually playing
It's
it.
fun to be a part
Okay, that's
of.
great to hear because
It's so fun.
I'm
to
rubbing my
I
hands
think
together.
we need to get actual like noise buzzers, but not fucking
Who's going to front that?
the fucking HR will.
Why don't we just all make a noise? Like, one can be...
I couldn't
one
get a
can be
fucking word out.
Huh?
I couldn't get a word out.
Oh, that was the excuse. You were just
You couldn't
stage
get a
fright.
word out. You just made mine the longest word possible to get out. Point break. I had to say 2 words.
Fucking hell.
So we'll review all of them next week. It got a little bit of traction actually, that reel, so that was good to see. Who knows? It's good when Aiden actually reshares a wheel, eh? Amazing what it does. I know you can't do it every time, mate, so it's a big effort, but thanks when you do it. So
We appreciate
we
it.
appreciate it. I feel like I'm begging every time. Please,
Please,
Aiden,
sir.
please, just once. I was actually very I think this is an underrated talking point. For the Waffle Corner this week, just an open discussion about some of sports' greatest rivalries. We'll wrap it up with that. You think about it a lot, and you think off the top of your head, there's not quite many, but when you look it up, I reckon there's a shit ton of quality.
Yeah, there is.
Have you got any off the top of your head? Because I've got fucking like 20 I could talk about.
Well, I found it really hard to think of, and this might catch you off guard, but I couldn't really think of many American sporting rivalries because that wasn't really my growing up. Yeah, I didn't really start watching NBA, for example, until like Dwayne Wade was winning his first ring. That's probably the first engagement I ever had with American basketball or just sport overseas. So I'll kick mine off with New South Wales Blues and Queensland
that's
Maroons.
classic.
Well, that's just a clear cut winner. That's
Yeah.
that's the pinnacle of
That's
sport.
the cream of the crop.
Rivalries, man.
Cream of the crop, the cream of the top.
Cream of the top.
So yeah, New South Wales Blues versus Queensland is my number one
I
sporting
fucking
rivalry.
hate Queensland, mate.
I think it speaks
can't
to
stand
how great it is when in that period where the Blues had 8 in a row put on them, and it was still you had to watch every game.
It was
you know what I mean?
fucking hard to
It's
watch.
just like but you still had to watch. That's how good the rivalry was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When a team's getting
still-
absolutely belted and you still invest in it,
We're
that's a great rivalry.
We're down 2-0, and it's like there's
Still
no
watch it.
decider, and it's
Exactly.
like yes,
No, Origin tonight. Origin tonight. I'm fucking got Origin
no
tonight.
one talk to me. I'm watching Origin.
Fucking like, yeah, Origin. It's. I think that would be the top, honestly, for me.
Coming out of Australia, yeah,
Coming out of
has to be.
Australia, 100%.
Has to be.
Like, and the fact that everyone's so opinionated, someone might not even watch rugby league, like for the whole year.
Yeah.
Like they might not have a team they go for that they still watch.
They still watch
They
it,
don't
yeah.
watch the tests. They don't watch fucking better. Like
It's a bit weird, eh? Like,
like-
when you watch the Australian rugby league team versus like
Like
the
New Zealand or
Kiwis.
whatever. Yeah,
it's just no one gives a fuck.
yeah. You think, nah, this is a better game, even
Yeah.
though.
I got a mad one. You took the piss out of it in our chat though, and if you're from the Central Coast, you understand it. It's the fucking Yamina Bunnies and the Woi Woi Roosters, man. You go down to Yamina Oval, like back when I would have been like playing under 10s to under 13s for Yamina, and you'd go down to Yamina Oval on a Sunday arvo in the local derby versus Woi Woi. There's at least fucking 5 scraps. There's every cop car in the peninsula down there, like making sure nothing goes out of hand. That is rivalry to a T.
Okay, so give me, for someone who's never been from the coast, give me a bit of a run. Like who normally gets up top for that one? Like is it fair? Is it 50-50?
It over
that
the
close
years,
all the time?
50-50,
Yeah.
always close, man. You
And just
could
like
dead
what?
set
Just
say
always just a dirty game between the boys.
it is
Just
just like
dirt,
it was
late
a
shots.
fucking bloodbath. These
Yeah.
blokes might work with each other from Monday to Friday.
It all goes out the window.
But you put a Bunnies jersey on, and you put a fucking filthy Woi Woi Roosters jersey on, and it's like it's just they're going at it. It's hectic.
It's a similar thing in Tamworth, but it's Union's way bigger in Tamworth. It's really weird.
the Pirates.
Really?
Yeah. So like Group 4 is like a big deal. Like at
Yeah, Group
CR.
4's a strong freaking.
No, but in
comp.
CRL, and it's just North Tamworth Bears. They belt the fuck out of everyone. Like West Lions were a thing, and
Cowboys.
Dungowan Cowboys, the Cootie Roosters,
Guess who won it this year? Off the top of your head, don't look into it.
North Tamworth.
No, fuck no. They
Canada.
didn't even make the semis, mate.
Who?
Canada.
It was Moree.
Boomers.
Moree
Boomerangs.
Boomers won,
Up
and
Moree.
I'm pretty sure they versed Werris Creek Magpies.
Oh, West Creek. Yeah, right.
Shout out Chalky
And like
Boxing Gym.
Crindai Grasshoppers.
Yeah, it's a fucking...
Shoot out
But
Bulls.
anyway, no, but that's the thing. So if you think about like town derbies, Tamworth, it's the Tamworth Pirates versus Tamworth Magpies.
Honestly, that
The
could
Pirates, mate. The Pirates are fucking...
Pirates have money though. That's the problem.
Jacko Sharp plays for Pirates.
Jacko Sharp.
That's actually an underrated thing. You could dedicate a whole thing. Yeah, it's funny how each one you just said different local
we go.
derbies. Because like I could even think of one now. I'm not going to talk about it, but
Just say what are the names of the teams?
like Canberra Coonabarabran is
Yeah?
a massive one.
Is that's the...
Coona's the blue and white team, right?
Blue and yellow?
Blue and yellow.
Yeah,
the Bears are red and
unicorns,
black, obviously.
Red and black.
I reckon I went to. I
Canberra Gilgandra's
went to
another
a
good one.
school with Jack Redmond.
Redmond.
And he was from Canberra.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, Coona. Sorry. if I-
Yeah, see, common. That's what they fucking hate. No, it's not Cooner. It's Canberra.
Coona, Canberra,
Exactly.
fucking
Canberra Gill's a bit more
Coonabarabran.
like it's tough, but it's respectful. Like people just hate fucking Coonabarabran. Like
It's like we everyone just fucking...
it's tough but respectful. What? So there's no like head high shots.
no, it's like a rivalry, but it's like a respectful rivalry. It's like Larry Bird and
Well, you have
Magic
a beer.
Johnson.
You have a beer with them after the game, but in that fucking 80 minutes,
Whereas
you're
Cooner,
ripping
you-
these fuckers head off.
Exactly. Cooner, you won't fuck them. You want to beat them. So,
All right, back to not
back to not local derbies.
back
but
to famous derbies.
So they're the two big ones. We've got that out of the way, the big hitters, the Woi Woi and State of Origin. Similar. I've got so many here. Big one from my childhood is underrated one is Rafa and Federer.
oh fuck yeah.
That's huge.
Like
fuck yeah.
That's huge.
I was a massive Federer man. I've got around to Nadal, but as a kid, I hated Nadal when he was coming up and he'd just dust everyone on fucking clay.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I used
I'm
to.
surprised you said that one because I left that out thinking like, oh, we won't touch that.
No, I love it, mate.
I got a pretty big one as well. You boys might not like understand it as much. But Kelly Slater and Mick
I was
Fanning,
going to say it's going to be
Man.
surfing related, 100%.
those two are peak.
Was it actually close though?
Always.
Was it?
Always. They're two of the best surfers have ever lived.
I know, but I thought Kelly was like a league above everyone as a
Nah,
non-surfer.
Mick Fanning's a freak too,
Really?
man. Like, they're so good.
What is this more famous for the shark fucking incident?
Nah, they're so good, man. Yeah, that's fucking... I rated that. That back in the day, those two surfers, man, weapons.
Another one I've got here is Bones Jones versus DC.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very one-sided, but I think it's notorious.
there was the interview where
I never did.
Cormier's like, I wish I was there right now because I'd just spit in your face. And John Jones goes, I wish you were here right now because I guarantee you right now I would kill you if you did that. Like, I would kill you.
See, I was a DC man.
So I'm all bones.
I just hate the fucking person that John Jones is, but you got to respect how fucking good he is.
I really liked fucking the Connor and Jose Aldo. That was pretty cool.
That was personal.
That was short, but that was very high.
That was personal as fuck.
Yeah.
He got into his head big time. That was like peak when Connor had like the edge to him and everything. Too.
Connor
He was
walked
talking to him in Brazilian.
Yeah. Out of the car, calling him a pussy and shit. Like, walks into Rio de Janeiro, has a thing of Aldo, and he's just ripping his head off like of a poster. Like,
That was like peak motivated Connor too. Like when he was just on the up. I'm pretty sure it was 50-50 because Aldo was fucking gun.
Aldo's a
Well, leading
weapon.
to
Well,
that.
he'll be one of the best that will go down in that
But
division.
leading into that, like, you know, there was still talks of fucking McGregor getting dusted and to come out and knock him out. Like, that was fucked. That was a peak one. Going on to the other combat sports, like, I know I was never around, but I've watched tapes of it. Ali and Frazier's probably top 5. That was fucking insane. Even Denny Green, Mundane.
Yeah,
that was big in Aussie culture.
Huge
That was
Aussie culture
big
back in the day, man.
personal
Huge.
one.
I could branch off into movies
Yeah,
and do it as well.
Yeah.
Man, you could go Dragic versus Rocky.
Rocky, yeah. It even led to it.
And then
Creed.
it just kept going into Creeds. Like, that was good rivalry. But you could also throw in Rocky and Apollo, but like they become friends.
Yeah, it's more the
Know what I mean?
Gilgandra Canamble
Yeah.
sort of thing. See, there you go. That's more of a fucking. Also, last NRL one I had was Manly Melbourne in the late 2000s.
Oh, shut the gates when Adam Blair and,
Adam Blair and Glenn Stewart.
Glenn Stewart on the sideline.
Mate.
Man. Oh,
That was hectic.
How
eh?
funny was that leading up to it in hindsight? Like they talked it out, like
good.
they're looking around doing this for like right now.
yeah, you
Right
want to do it?
now.
Okay, we've both been sent for 10. Blair
both
just
agreed to it.
walks
Yeah,
slow
exactly.
because he knows that Glenn Stewart's coming off the field to scrap.
Yeah.
So good.
And what was it? Was it C? Like, because they both versed in the back-to-back grand finals, but like each had their way. You know, one team flogged. I can't remember
It
if
was
Storm
40-0.
flogged Manly, and
Yeah.
then Manly flogged Storm.
It was 40-0 Melbourne.
Yeah, I think
beat
Melbourne won the
Manly.
first, and then Manly won the second.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty underrated. Yeah, everyone talks about Souths and Roosters, but that's like just because it's 100 years
That's
old.
just history.
Yeah, like that Manly. That's probably the most recent one I can think of where
Yeah.
both teams
Probably
just
go
fucking-
into NBA like you said before. You've got the Cavs and you've got the Warriors.
That was a big one.
That was huge, man. That era was wild.
I forgot about Cavs and Warriors.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
you go
most
bad.
recent.
You go bad boy
Rockets
Pistons
and,
and Chicago Bulls.
Rockets Warriors. That was
Yeah.
another one. The biggest one I thought of was Lakers Celtics. That's a big one.
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
huge, man. That probably goes down as like Roosters and
That's it's
and
probably that
Souths.
sort of similar. Like you had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson both come in at like a quiet time in the NBA.
I think nothing tops the Origin one, but
Nah.
that's clear.
I got one.
Yeah.
Ford versus Holden.
Oh, that's
Fucking who you
mate.
taking?
Mate, as a man
You
who
taking
owned-
an XR8 or you
I'm-
taking
I'm
the double
I'm
S?
taking Hold'em.
Yeah?
I'm taking Hold'em.
Mitch Brown.
I was
as a
Holden.
note of a BA Falcon.
I was so I've been the owner of 2 Falcons. Okay, now that was not by technically choice. That was all that was at car sales at Canberra. That's my first car. But I actually followed Holden in the V8s before that.
Yeah,
so
right.
I guess technically I was a Holden man.
Peter Brock.
Peter Rock. I
That's
was
it,
more
that's
Mark
it.
Scaife.
I'm only
see?
biased because of Brocky.
I was more
That's all.
Scafey in that. So
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like Craig Lowndes when he was at Ford.
Fuck no.
He's a
But
good wanker,
I've
yeah.
owned 2 Falcons. In saying that, one got stolen, the other got ram-sided. So maybe some bit of bad juju there. So
Yeah.
what about you? What do you?
I don't know. I think
Toyota.
I've owned a
Just
Falcon
get in the car and
before.
drive it.
Yeah. I'll probably,
Fast on race day or
I'll probably be
fast on race
Holden.
day?
I think. Yeah.
First on race day.
I'd say Holden would definitely more like Australian.
Oh mate,
Iconic.
how many housing estates do you drive through? And you've got the old
Fueled
VS
by-
Commodore with the
Yeah.
fair stockies on the back on super low King Springs, and there's tyre marks all up the rear of it. Like it's Aussie as fuck. Pretty sure they got
20 blown tyres.
Australian flags hanging off the side
Yeah,
for
it's always-
Australian Day.
You don't see many Fords at the Denny Ute Mustang.
No, that's
That's
true.
for sure.
You don't see many proud, patriotic Ford drivers, really, do you? It's all Holden drivers, which is good or bad, I don't know. But that's probably I've got heaps more, but they're probably the most iconic. Like I would just touch on Federer and Nadal. I think that's a very
Fuck,
underrated.
I got to find that photo. Keep talking.
Like, that was... Like, I can't quite remember. I think Federer it was 50-50 initially. Federer got a little bit older, and Nadal just fucking dust him when he's at his peak. But, like, at Wimbledon, when they had that, I think it was like 20 fucking... You remember that one?
Yeah.
It was a 5-setter and like 20 games.
Yeah, it was fucked.
Nadal beat him at Wimbledon, which is rare.
What year did he?
They're both great,
retire?
like role models, and like at the peak of it's like two sports, and at the peak, it's like, oh fuck, we haven't talked about. I'm not a soccer fan by any means, but Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
I don't think that's
still a rivalry.
Would you say that's rivalry, or would you say it's more contested for like greatest of all time?
Well, I think it's more like it's not that they hate each other. It's just they're
They'd still
both
have-
in the same era. It's like it's sort of like LeBron and Curry in a sense.
So I've googled here because I'm not going to lie, boys. I didn't do any research on the rivalry discussion, but I just knew I had some. Like everybody would always have some. But here, top 10 sport rivalries. The Bears versus Packers apparently is a sporting rivalry.
No, it is. I just didn't pick it because I hate rivalries that are fucking one-sided. Packers just destroy the Bears recently, hey?
What about this one? They work hand in hand together if fate of the universe is on the line. What about the Army versus the Navy?
In college, I saw that one. That's
What
cool.
about that?
I just don't know college ball, but they get up for that apparently. Also, ULC and
Brady Manning.
Ohio State, is it? Brady Manning. See,
I
that's
just
another rivalry.
found the Nadal one.
Yeah.
There's a photo like fucking have a go at this, mate.
Yeah, see, that's such.
And they're
Can't see
holding
it.
holding
See, that's
hands.
still a rivalry, but it's not any animosity.
Like they're holding hands. They're bawling their eyes out. So that was a secret thank you where Roger Federer opens up to
Retiring,
Nadal.
wasn't
Yeah, retiring and just saying thank you.
I love Federer, man.
Mate, he's such a professional.
Yeah, that's why. And
And
so is Nadal, though, to be honest.
Oh, yeah,
Like, they're both
but
great role models.
the thing though, like with Federer's game, when you watch it, he doesn't have. I don't know about you blokes, but like whenever you'd play like Pokemon or fucking something rather, like you'd pick the strongest, like that hits the hardest.
He's all finesse.
Yeah, or the fastest player, whatever.
He's
He's
just
just,
all
all
about-
tactics.
He just places the ball.
Mate, he just
so good.
He does
mate.
those little like top spins or back spins. Even his serve, like
He's so fucking good.
like you see the serve is up to 200 kilometers an hour. He's just like
Didn't an Aussie beat him recently? Alex
Dimonov.
in the Open.
Probably.
Probably.
Cunt's nearly 50, so I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is like when you watch a player, it's kind of like Brady. Like he's not fast. He doesn't hit hard or anything like that.
Just a floor general.
But he just lobs it.
That's what made it so
It hits the
interesting.
target.
So I guess if you had to rate rivalries, like State of Origin, just because it's historic, fucking competitive, best of the best. But like the same as those two, like you had at their peaks, which is pretty rare. Like both of them at their peaks, different styles. Very different styles. Nadal would like be powerful and better athlete, but fucking Federer would be
Just
so placement, like and technical. And also just it wasn't really animosity or anything like that, but it was people chose sides.
Yeah.
As a 1v1 as well. It wasn't like
a
theoretical.
collide
Where
of two different
it wasn't
worlds.
like Manning versus Brady where they're never going to play each other. Really, it's the defense.
Yeah.
They actually played each other, and it was always close. Like
Yeah.
it was fucking.
That's why I find it so hard to resonate with like those sort of like team sports where like they don't actually get to verse each other. Similar to soccer, the fucking strikers sit at opposite ends of
Yeah.
the field. AFL, same thing. Like
Even you could
I
say of
got-
NBA, even
I
though
got
they
a big one.
yeah,
Big one.
Tony Abbott versus Kevin
Huge
yeah.
one. Now, I used to play the game back in the day, and I used to watch a bit of it, and I fell off for the love of it. Didn't really like it. The boys. The Ashes.
I thought of that.
The Ashes.
I was more into the Ashes when I was younger. Like when
That's what I mean. But,
Gilchrist and
but
fucking,
Phil Chris.
Australia, get behind the boys.
yeah, Matty War,
Ricky Ponting.
Ricky Ponting. I remember Ricky Ponting fucking debuted.
Really?
Yeah, that was a
And
long time ago.
I had the fucking Puma Adam Gilchrist bat back in the day when I played. And fuck me, you get the edge off that thing. That's running for four. all day.
McGrath, fucking, who was the other cunt that was the fast bowler? Brett Lee.
fucking-
Oh,
He
Brett Lee. And in
Yeah.
in cricket 2003, they pronounced his name as Brett Leap
Yeah.
on the old
He was
PlayStation
the
1.
least Easter egg for you
I
guys out there.
remember when he was on the fucking Wheat-Bix cover. And I was like, I'm getting that because
Shane Warne.
he's got cool blonde
Cricketers
hair.
have done a lot for Weet-Bix.
Shane
Haven't they?
Warne.
Oh, yeah.
Like that'd probably be the top Weet-Bix ambassadors.
100%.
Soccer players, also Timmy Cahill. He
Cahill.
brought the exposure up there.
Yeah. Was it who knocked out Australia in 2006 World Cup at soccer? Was it Italy?
I honestly don't fucking know.
Harry Kewell was playing. Fucking
Come have a
Mark
look.
Schwarzer, was he up
Have
there?
a quick look. What do we got?
Yeah.
2006 World Cup Australia.
Mark Viduka. Fucking hell. I think Timmy Cahill was a pup back then.
Actually, just quickly while you thought of that, I'm not a big Union guy, but 2010s, late 2000s, Bledsoe, like fucking
Italy
New
did.
Zealand and Australia.
Yeah, Italy did. Was it 2-1?
1-0.
1-0. Fuck. Those cunts.
The Australia versus New Zealand in any code of
Oh,
any code of sport,
you could just sum that up.
like
That's great.
whether it's rugby league or rah-rah.
Even cricket, still competitive in that.
We love beating the boys from the other side of the ditch, but they're fucking good.
Actually, one last one that's a bit off field is Shaq and Kobe. Do you consider that a rivalry? I consider that a rivalry.
How's that a rivalry?
Because it's a similar thing to
It's like KD Russ though,
yes, I consider that a rivalry.
Yeah, right.
but I think KD and Russ's, there was a lot of bad blood once they left. I feel as though Shaq and Kobe still had a bit of respect for each other.
But it's more along the lines of, at the same time, both top 5 players, and they were linked together, and there was animosity. I think that's why they eventually left.
Yeah,
But like obviously, they
someone
patched
wanted the
things
ball
up.
more than at the end of the day, someone's going to want the ball.
Whether
more
it's
than
not
the
a
other.
traditional rivalry,
Stuff.
that's not bad. I had a few joke ones here. I just wrote a few joke ones down. LeBron versus his receding hairline. That's been a big rivalry through the years. Skip Bayless versus LeBron James. Even though it's very one-sided, LeBron has had his measure because I don't think this is probably LeBron's biggest accomplishment. So Skip imagine having a bloke just shit on you everywhere you went, no matter what success you had in life. Like even if it was just a day-to-day bloke, like you get a
LeBron
promotion.
James has his fourth kid. It's a shit
Well,
kid.
even if even us, imagine us, like we're walking down the shop, just got a promotion or whatever. Fucking shit promote, you didn't deserve that. Oh yeah. Oh, I just got a win on the pogies. No, fucking cheater, you didn't win that. Imagine just having that in your life every day. LeBron has not responded to him once. That's his biggest fucking achievement. So
Oh, really?
I give him. He's never like ousted.
Doesn't
Skip
he?
Bayless.
He's
Just
not
doesn't
existent
acknowledge
to
you.
him.
Just
Doesn't
fuck
he?
you. I'm not giving you any more time.
Non-existent.
Cleveland Browns and a good quarterback. That's another one. And also, this is a funny one. Fucking, do you remember the bubble with the bubble basketball with Devin Booker and the Raptors mascot?
Nah, I don't remember that.
So the Raptors, I don't like Devin Booker for this reason, and also he had an outburst in the gym for people double teaming him. But this one was
Book did.
Book
Yeah,
did.
I remember the
they double
outburst.
team one.
Yeah.
Well, also the Raptors mascot was getting his head behind the free throw line and doing these, jumping up and down, and Booker complained about it. So 1-0 to the Raptor. So
I got one more.
you got one more.
Bugs versus the world.
Bugs
Bugs versus the world. It's always everyone against Aiden, and he'll let you know too.
Bugs versus a winning fantasy record.
Ugh.
Fucking hell.
Okay, we'll leave it on that note, I think.
Yep.
Hopefully we're back. I think with the big red man's back here the next week. Big Bear. But
And
otherwise,
we get to do our
another rub down.
Rub down with Mitch Brown.
Rub down.
Is it going to be called Rub Down with Gary this week?
We can,
or
you can
is
rub
that what it's
maybe you can come up with another one. Maybe the
Grabbing genitals
have a feel with
Garrison
steel.
Steele.
Have a feel.
Have
with
a
steel.
feel with the steel. With Mr. Steel. No, that's a bit fucked.
Let's
Copping
Bradley
a,
Bill and
cup-
maybe get Bradley Bill on here.
copping a feel from Mr.
Copping a feel from Mr. Steele. And Aiden also faced the music for his punishment, whatever we decide on.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next week.
Fuck off.